Through the magic window, Peter Cottontail's Surprise. Illustrated by Greg Hildebrandt. Story by Bonnie Worth. Once upon a time, in the woods not very far from here, there lived a young rabbit with soft sandy brown fur, bright black eyes, and the cutest little white tufted tail you ever saw. His name was Peter, as his father and grandfather and great-grandfather and great-great-grandfather were named before him. Peter Cottontail. Peter lived beneath a clearing deep in the ground where it is safe and cozy in a warren. Peter was a lucky bunny, for the Cottontail clan was vast, and there was always somebody to play with. Well, almost always. It was the very first day of spring, and as you can well imagine, Peter was feeling restless and frisky and eager to go outdoors, as all little creatures are in the spring. When the leaves are budding, the streams are bursting, and the first wildflowers are beginning to make their rainbow across the meadow. Peter Cottontail went to his mother and said, "Mama Cottontail, will you take me outside to see the spring?" "I can't right now, Peter Cottontail. I've got 3 split pea pies in the oven." "Why not ask Great-Grandpa Cottontail? His whiskers are twitching to be up and about." Up and out. "Great-Grandpa Cottontail," he said, "will you please take me up and show me the spring?" Great-Grandpa Cottontail was whittling away at a fine piece of white oak. "I can't right now, Peter Cottontail. I promised somebody I would make a present, and I cannot go out until I have finished it." "What present are you making?" Peter asked eagerly. "Never you mind, Peter Cottontail. Run along and ask your Cottontail cousins. They are always the first to be out and running and batting at the daisies and the black-eyed Susans." So Peter Cottontail went to find his cousins. Peter found one cousin in the storage tunnel. "Shh," said his cousin Lottie Cottontail. "We're playing hide and seek." Peter looked around. Penny and Polly Cottontail were nowhere to be found. "But Lottie Cottontail," Peter said, "it is spring. Why are you running around down here when you could be up in the great wide world, running and leaping and batting at daisies and black-eyed Susans?" "Pah," said Cousin Lottie. "Who needs it? Go ask your grandmother. She's been waiting all winter long to collect those old twigs of hers." Peter Cottontail found his grandmother in her workroom. "Grandma Cottontail," he said, "I just love to go up and collect some winter twigs." "Tut, tut, Peter Cottontail," Grandma Cottontail said. "My box is full of sticks. I went out this morning when the dew was still fresh and gathered them." Poor Peter's ears drooped. "You mean I have missed the dawn?" "Goodness me, who will take me outside before the first day of spring is over?" "That's a father's job," said Grandma Cottontail, "if you ask me." Peter found his father up in the back hallway, hard at work with Uncle Cottontail. Father Cottontail stopped digging when Peter spoke, brushing the damp dirt from his whiskers. He said, "I have no time to take you out, Peter Cottontail. Can't you see? I've got to finish clearing out our back doorway." Peter Cottontail looked and saw that, indeed, winter storms had washed it nearly closed. "I think there's enough room," said Father Cottontail, "for a middle-sized bunny like yourself to squeeze through and greet the spring." Peter blinked. "All by myself?" "I think you're old enough now," his father said. Peter twitched his nose. "I think I smell it," he said. I can smell the spring," he cried. Peter Cottontail squeezed and wiggled and dug his way out the back door. He stood stock still in the doorway, looking out on the new spring. Only his whiskers moved. "What do you see?" his father called up to him. Peter Cottontail found his voice at last. "I see a bright yellow butterfly," he said. "Oh, Father, it is the most perfect spring day I have ever seen." His father laughed. "Run along now and play."